Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel where I love to talk about mindset, personal development, and wealth. All right, so today we're going to talk about the power of not reacting. And the opposite of reacting is actually responding. And so we're going to talk about 4 benefits that I've experienced, that I've applied, that I know work, not something that I just Googled, but 4 benefits that I've experienced in my life by applying the power of not reacting and responding in challenging situations. All right, so let's get into it. So, benefit number 1 is peace. We experience more peace when we are keen to our emotions and we choose to respond versus reacting. So I'm a definitions girl. You see me looking down, it's because I'm going to read some definitions to you guys on the benefits that I'm going to mention today. So the first benefit is peace. Peace means the freedom from disturbance, tranquility, a state or period in which there is no war or the war has ended. I thought that war portion of this definition was so profound because literally you would think about an actual war, but we're actually talking about a war within ourselves that's being eliminated when we choose to respond and not react in challenging situations. And so, listen, when you manage your emotions during those challenging situations, you decrease the war that's going on within self, okay? And what better way to live your life than to live it war-free? So this is very important to make sure that we're responding and not reacting in certain situations so that we can experience more peace in our lives. Benefit number 2 is when we respond and not react in challenging situations, we decrease stress. It decreases our stress. So what is stress? Stress is how one reacts when feeling under pressure or threatened. It usually happens when one is in a situation that we don't feel we can manage or control. That also in turn lowers our cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. And so when we continue to react in challenging situations and just go from 0 to 100, just like that, that automatically increases the cortisol levels in your body, which is the stress hormone. And that's not good for anybody. It's not beneficial for anyone to be walking around full of cortisol in our bodies. We need to lower that hormone within the body, which also in turn means that we're decreasing our stress. So that's very, very serious because stress has the ability to take all of us out of here. So we need to make sure that we're keeping our cortisol levels low. So benefit number 3 is we increase self-awareness. We have more self-awareness when we understand the power of not reacting. So self-awareness is the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with your internal standards. I'm going to read that again because I thought that was good. Self-awareness is the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with your internal standards. Okay, so when we're more self-aware of how we're reacting or responding in challenging situations, that allows us to then create internal standards for ourselves, boundaries for ourselves on how far we're going to go in an argument or a challenging situation. Being more self-aware allows us to set those internal standards, and in turn, that decreases stress and provides us more peace in our lives. So it's a domino effect. It all works together, guys. It all works together. So benefit number 4 is an improved sense of self or self-confidence. So what is self-confidence? Self-confidence is an attitude about your skills and abilities. You're skilled at not reacting in situations when you have the awareness of what you're doing, right? Self-confidence also means you accept and trust yourself and you have a sense of control over your life. So who doesn't want more control over their lives? And so being more self-aware, being more mindful of reacting in situations, this allows us to have a sense of control over our lives. Self-confidence is you know your strengths and your weakness as well. And so if you're in a challenging situation and you know that that's something that can really, upset you, you know your strengths in that area and you're aware of your weaknesses, you can, walk away from the situation if need be, right? And so just knowing your strengths and weaknesses is also a benefit as well when having self-confidence. And then lastly, it says you have a positive view of yourself. And so if we have a internal standard for ourselves, we have set boundaries for ourselves, we have a positive view of how we need to be, acting or showing up in the world, that's going to allow us to have more self-confidence and be more aware of if we're reacting or responding in challenging situations. And so there's also a Bible verse, an article that I want to share with you guys that talks about self-control, which that's basically the power of not reacting. We're having more self-control, right? And so it reads here, self-control is a fruit of the Spirit mentioned in Galatians 5:22-23. It is the ability to control our thoughts, emotions, and actions. So I'm not going to read the whole article. I will put that in the description for you guys to go and look at. The ability to respond and not react is self-control. And self-control is a gift from God. In Galatians 5:22-23, it reads, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. So it's right there in the Bible, right? It's telling us in plain sight the benefits of not reacting. And so when we choose to do that, we are applying and we are accepting and we are allowing ourselves to gain benefits to peace, to less stress, to more self-awareness and self-confidence. That's my time. If this information resonated with you guys today, listen, make sure that you share this gift of this knowledge to your family and your friends. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into my channel, and I will see you guys again on next week. Be blessed and have an awesome week.